What's up guys, my name is Amir. Welcome back to the channel. Samsung has finally launched their Galaxy S21 lineup. Their Galaxy Unpacked event just ended a little while back, and in this Unpacked event we saw three new phones. So the Galaxy S21, the Galaxy S21 Plus, and a Galaxy S21 Ultra. And then we also saw a new pair of wireless earbuds called the Galaxy Buds Pro, as well as smart tags, which will let you track all of your other products. So in today's video, we're going to be recapping what Samsung told us about their new products. This is going to be an interesting one. Stick around. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get a notification every time we upload a new video. So let's first have a look at their new S21 lineup. So this time around, all their phones are 5G enabled. We get hyper-fast Wi-Fi as well. Then we have 5nm processors, new camera features, new Android 11 with One UI 3.1, which has been upgraded from the One UI 2.5 previously. And of course, there isn't any charger in the box this time. Welcome to 2021. But the biggest difference this time by far is in the new design language and look of the phones. This time there's a notable difference in the camera arrays of these phones, where it looks like the metal frame of the phone is melting over one of the edges and covering the whole camera module. Where in the past we saw rectangular camera bumps, this time there's this new look which I'm really liking. There are also some new colors this time around, and I really like the new Phantom Black and also the Phantom Violet colorway. All the phones also have matte finish backs this time around, and I love me some matte finish. Now talking about the sizes of these phones, the S21 comes with a 6.2-inch display, whereas the S21, just like last time, has a 6.7-inch display, and the S21 Ultra this time has a 6.8-inch display. The Ultra also has 15 nits of max brightness, which Samsung says is the brightest display that they've ever put on a Galaxy phone. And obviously all these phones come with 120Hz high refresh rate and a maximum resolution of 1440p Quad HD. This time the S21 Ultra also gets S Pen support, which is activated by Wacom, the industry-leading tablet manufacturer. But there is a big difference from the Note lineup in the way that this S Pen has been implemented. Here, the S Pen will be part of a separate case instead of being built into the phone itself. Then, along with the design, a big difference in this new S21 lineup is in the cameras. So there is better low-light performance and an improved super steady mode. Both the S21 and S21 Plus get updated triple camera setups. So 12-megapixel wide-angle main cameras, 64-megapixel telephoto cameras, 12-megapixel ultra-wide cameras, and 10-megapixel selfie shooters, whereas the S21 Ultra gets a bunch of new features this time. So we have a second-gen 108-megapixel wide-angle main camera with laser autofocus. Then there are two 10-megapixel telephoto cameras. One's a periscope telephoto for 10x optical zoom, and the other is a regular telephoto for 3x optical zoom. Samsung claims that there's better 100x space zoom this time using these two telephoto cameras. There's also a zoom lock feature which reduces shakiness while being zoomed in. And then along with these two telephoto cameras, we have a 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera, while on the front there is a massive 40-megapixel selfie shooter. The S21 Ultra also gets 12-bit HDR, and all its cameras can record video at 4K 60 frames per second. Now moving on, let's talk about the spec sheets of these phones. So as always, the spec sheet is top of the line in the Android space. So as I told you before, we have 5nm chipsets. So internationally, the S21 lineup is going to ship with Snapdragon 888 chipsets, whereas here in Pakistan, we're going to get the Exynos 2100. Then the S21 and S21 Plus come with 8 gigs of RAM, whereas the S21 Ultra will have 12 gig and 16 gig RAM options. Talking about storage, the S21 and S21 Plus will come in 128 gigs or 256 gigs, whereas the S21 Ultra will have 128, 256, and 512 gig storage variants, all with UFS 3.1 storage. Then we have IP68 dust and water resistance, Gorilla Glass Victus on the front of all these phones. The S21 and 21 Plus are shipping with plastic backs, also with matte finish but still plastic, whereas the S21 Ultra is going to ship with a Gorilla Glass back. And all these phones this time come with aluminum frames. Then moving on and talking about the batteries, the S21 and the S21 Ultra are in line with their predecessors with 4000 milliamp hours and 5000 milliamp hours respectively, whereas the S21 Plus this time gets a beefier 4800 milliamp hour battery, up from the 4500 we saw in the S20 Plus. Then all these phones support 25 watts of super fast charging, but as I said before, these phones don't ship with their chargers, so you're going going to have to buy the charger yourself. And as for wireless charging, all these phones support wireless charging, fast wireless charging, and also reverse wireless charging, which is also called wireless power share. So this was a gist of the S21 lineup. Of course, I'm going to be covering these devices in more detail in the upcoming unboxing and review videos once these devices drop in the market. If you're interested in watching that, please do subscribe to the channel and stick around. But moving on, let's talk about the Galaxy Buds Pro. So this time we have a new pair of earbuds as well. And in the Buds Pro, the biggest new feature I think is the intelligent ANC. So intelligent active noise cancellation, which come with IPX7 water resistance this time. There's also intelligent ANC. So when you're talking to someone while using the Buds Pro, they're going to detect that you're having a conversation and they're going to switch the ANC and adjust it so that you can hear what the other person is saying to you. And once you're done with the conversation, they'll automatically detect that as well and switch back to ANC. Then there's also auto switching between devices. So if you're using one Samsung device and moving on to another, is going to detect that and switch seamlessly. And this time there's better bass drivers and better tweeters for better sound quality. And then finally, let's talk about Samsung's smart tags, which can be used to track your offline devices through Bluetooth low energy and ultra wideband. So now you can make sure you don't lose that bag or those keys. Let's now talk about the pricing and availability of these devices. The Galaxy S21 has been priced at $799 US. The S21 Plus will cost you $999, whereas the S21 Ultra will cost you $1199. So I think one thing that really jumped out from this Unpacked event was the fact that Samsung is now really paying attention to their ecosystem. They talked about their ecosystem as well. And so we see Samsung pushing their Buds Pro as well as their smart tags along with their S21 lineup, because we all know that in today's day and age, the ecosystem behind a product or a service matters as well. It's nice to see that Samsung is paying attention to that ecosystem. So that was a full recap of Samsung's Galaxy Unpacked event that just happened today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to drop a like on it. If you want to support the channel, you can also share this video with your friends. That'll be it for this one. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.